Blessings, beautiful being. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. Sending you so much love, so much light, and so much strength on this beautiful spiritual journey. And today, I have a bit of a different topic for you today. Instead of talking about enlightenment or even the past, I talked about twin flames. I just want to talk about what does the divine masculine need from you? Because I know most of you are women watching this, and it's also beneficial for a man to watch this, but specifically for a woman to watch this. It's very important because so often what happens is we look at our beloved and we're like, they're not giving me this, they're not doing this, they're not doing that. But instead of doing that, what if we would be like, okay, what can I give them? What can I do for them? And typically when we do this, there's a shift happening. There's an energetical shift happening in the relationship. So that is why I want to give you some couple things, couple pointers that the divine masculine is really desperately needing from you, such as same is the other way as well. Divine feminine is needing some things from the divine masculine, right? But you know better than that I do. So basically, the first one is they want to feel like a man. They want to feel like a man. They want to feel appreciated as a man, not as a boy, not as weak. You see, even though the times we live in right now, there's a lot of press about how men are evil and like men are too powerful and men should be ashamed of themselves, all these things. Still, even to this day, every boy just wants to be a man. Every boy's idol was their father. My own idol was my father. I always saw when he went to work, went to business trips, came back home with some candies, with some sweets, with some souvenirs, and then left again. And always was there for me. That's who I looked up to. That's who I want to be like. And it never goes away. So it's the same thing with your man. They want to be a man. So if you kind of make them feel unmanly, they don't like it, and it might ruin their self-confidence as well. For example, now this is a interesting one. Money. If you're making so much money and they're making any money, there's a problem. There's an energetical problem, right? This is something I have experienced as well in both ways, whether it's that I'm making some money, my beloved is not making money, or I'm making no money and then she's making a lot of money, if that makes sense. There is a problem with this, and I would not really advise, and that's also why I'm making these YouTube videos now, and also why I have some things in the plans to make some money. Because what is a relationship when a man has no money and then gets into a relationship with a woman? It's a very interesting relationship, isn't it? So there has to be something going on there. If it's not financial, that the man feels empowered by, there has to be some mentoring. There has to be something, right? In my case, like if I had, let's say I have no money, which I don't have right now. Of course, I can make money anytime I want, not a problem. But like I have no money because I've chosen that for now. And if, let's say, a girl comes or whoever comes into my life, I can mentor them. I can mentor them on marketing. I can even do their marketing if they have a social media following. I can give them life advice. I can be their spiritual teacher. So you see how much there's things I can do. But this is the same for your divine masculine as well. Like, what can they do for you, for them to feel useful? And the other thing that I said already, and this is unfortunate, but men don't want to be weak. They want to be strong. So they don't want to cry in front of you. It's really hard to cry, for men to cry in front of others. Boys can cry, but true men, it's hard to cry in front of a woman. I have not ever cried in front of a woman in my life, ever. 26 years, never. So just understanding this is very important, because then you know how to treat your man. And only, I would say, the advice I have for you is that only when they give the input, they show the action of being vulnerable, showing their emotions, then you can reciprocate, you can show them back. But what I haven't liked in some of my relationships is that when the female part of the relationship, which is a unit, it's always a unit, you're working as a team. What happens is the female puts too much emphasis and focus on like, hey, like you need to feel your emotions. And then they start crying all the time. You know, I remember even when I had, well, this is a pretty open story, but basically this was a girl, a beautiful girl in Brazil. Her name is Daniela. We had sex, but then I think we had sex, yeah. After, I can't remember like exactly what happened, but like afterwards, I was feeling weird because like the sex wasn't the best, let's just say. I was having some trouble with my PP, you know, for some reason that day. So it wasn't the best. And then I felt kind of ashamed of that. And then she was just there standing like, Klaus, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. I'm not sure. And you see, the reason for this is because most men are so out of touch with their bodies, with their physical beings, with their physical vessel, with their emotional bodies, that they don't even know what's going on. You ask them, how are you? They don't know. You ask them, what's the matter? They don't know. That's where I've spent most of my life, where I was just in an apathetic state. For example, my dad died. I couldn't cry in the funeral. Everybody else, not even people who, like friends, my dad's friends cried. But his own son couldn't cry. I don't know why. Just I couldn't. And then even I remember when I left Brazil and I left this girl and I promised to be back, but I wasn't, and I didn't go back. That's also another story as well. I wasn't doing well. Basically, she was crying all the time, like just crying so much. And again, I felt bad. And actually, I felt bad for leaving. I felt bad for not coming back. But again, I couldn't do anything about it. And the third thing that I want to share that your man needs from you is understanding. And in this one, I want to share something a bit more personal. I was like, am I going to share this? But like, yeah, I think I need to share this. Because it's just really hits the home, for me at least. So this goes back to my mental hospital time. And it goes also back to my twin flame, or my beloved. She visited me, and really all I would have needed is some understanding that, okay, this guy has been in a mental hospital for 8 months. He's probably absolutely jacked up. He's like going crazy there. He's not at his best. He's taking a lot of medication. He's nervous to see you. All these things. I wish she knew these things, but I don't think she knew. Instead, she might have just assumed that I will be this, all of a sudden, this Klaus once again, just in full power, in 100% battery mode, this king after my darkest moments. It doesn't go like that. So then in that moment, when she came to visit me and we had a bit of a chat, very short chat, and then she left, I just felt like she hasn't understood me. And even now, like the fact that she hasn't messaged me for over a year, again, she has her reasons, but like, I just, in my mind and in my soul, I ask, like, why? Like, why hasn't she messaged me? And of course, that hurts me. Yeah. And it's funny because I promised to myself that I wasn't going to talk about twin flames. But here we're talking about twin flames again. So it's okay. Let's see where this channel is going. I have no idea. I hope that this gave you something though. And yeah, I love you and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.